All right. People love when we go back in time and listen to different stories from different artists. This one is from Warren G discussing the work ethic of Tupac Shakur.
Just a soundtrack was going on, so he hit me. I didn't believe. I hung up. So he called back like, "Nigga, this is Pac, nigga." He was like, "I'm at Echo Sound." So I jumped in the Regal, grabbed my motherfucking MPC 60, all of that stuff, put it in the car, drove up to Echo Sound, and when I walked in, it was him. So I sat down with him. He's like, "Nigga, I want you to do a record for me for the Poetic Justice soundtrack." We started chopping it up, and he was asking me like, "What's up with you?" So I was telling him everything I was going through. So he said, "Got some beats for me?" So I pulled out my disc, put them in my MPC 60, started hitting different beats, and then I came across a sample that I had from Donald Byrd, and I hit that motherfucker. Said, "Boom, boom." Boom, 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 boom. He said, "I want that one right there." So I put it together, put the drums on it, put everything on it. So he went in the booth, and nigga knocked that shit down. I swear to God, probably maybe 35 minutes. He came out, because I didn't hear him doing it. They had the speakers down, all that shit, and he was in the headphones. So when he played it loud, he came on. I played the cards I was given. Thank God I'm still living. I was like, God damn, this nigga saying the same. He's saying some of the shit I just told him about. He said, "My definition of a thug." He came, I said, oh my God. When he said that, and then he said, "Warren, do you got something you could scratch in there or do a hook for me?" And I said, "Okay." I said, "It 'tis the season to be serving." Then I took that Richard Pryor. I said, "What you doing?" Then I brought in that Snoop. Mobbing like a mother.
Shout out to one thing I've noticed about Warren G. He really did ride that Regal. He talks about that on on the album. He really did push a Regal around because he talked about that in his album, like, just hop in the Regal. And I'm like, oh, so he really did. He really was riding around this Regal in the early night.
Look, when your car is your car, like me, I'm hopping in the cruise. We out here 10 years wrong. We 10 years strong.
And he hadn't blown up yet. He still he ain't got on yet. You gotta remember
this is car with his money.
Yeah.
No porno. Like that's it. Like we out here.
Endo Smoke was on that soundtrack. Endo Smoke was on that, so he wasn't known at all at this point.
Just in these streets. Just out here hustling.
Still trying to find it.
That's it. Like
the work ethic of Tupac, of him just like people always say, like, dude, he would just go in there and knock out songs in 30, 45 minutes and just like come back. It's uncanny to many people that would say that. They'd be like, "Oh, dude, I just wanted to go like roll up some weed," and I came back and he said he was done. Like,
yeah. Which goes into the catalog of what is still out there.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So it's like, how was he able to? How was so much be able to be released once he passed away? It was sitting there because when he came home, he just was in there, just getting it all out. And which is why I always hate those re-releases, because the re-releases work if you didn't get All Eyes on Me. Like if All Eyes on Me never happened, the posthumous songs that were released would make more sense for people. If you weren't, because it doesn't. You're like, wait a minute, how did we go here? How did he get here? How did we get from there to
Locked up and angry?
Right. Most people came in on All Eyes on Me.
A lot of people
came in on All Eyes on Me. That's it. That's where you came in. So you got All Eyes on Me.
You think that's where most people came in? Not Me Against the World?
They came in.
I think a lot of the younger, like if you was under the age of, if you was under the age of maybe 14, 13, when All Eyes on Me came out, then that was kind of like your introduction to pop.
That was it. You had because of California Love.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna say if you was under 10, so, you was under the age of 10.
I came in Me Against the World. So I knew Brenda's Got a Baby, but I was in Me Against the World. So that Vibe cover with him, the prison interview, right? Like I think right before he went in. So I had that.
President Powell did that interview.
Yeah, I had that magazine, all of that. So that was when I came in. So already knowing Brenda's Got a Baby, hearing Me Against the World, and to this day, Shed So Many Tears is my everything. And then to get All Eyes on Me, and I mean, like you heard California Love. Okay, cool. I mean, I've heard I get around. Little party song, no big whoop. Then you turn on All Eyes on Me, and I won't deny it. I'm a straight rider.
The greatest, one of the
First
greatest
thing
intro songs to come in.
Like first song out, like album, like he just got out. You press play, and you've been hearing California Love.
Yeah, hearing California Love.
And you press play. I won't
Mhm.
deny it. I'm a straight rider. You don't want to fuck with me. Wait a minute.
Dun, 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 dun.
And oh,
Sorry.
these beats were supposed to be on the Dog Pound second album.
Yep.
Because these was Dad's beats.
So
Yes.
it's like, what the hell? So you have a whole different person than you just had. A whole like this, like he is so angry. Now there is some old him in that album, but it's not it's in there. It's in a lot of different songs in there, but still though. So you're like, okay, whoa. And then the next one, then you get the Don Illuminati album, and then they start bringing his old stuff out, and then you hear Changes. Changes absolutely fucking makes sense. It doesn't make sense after All Eyes on Me, but it makes sense in the like if All Eyes on Me, if that album never dropped, Changes makes sense to from Coming from Me Against the World, from Strictly from all of those. But
Changes and his feature with Scarface, The Smile.
Yep.
Smile. Yes.
Yep. All of those. So when that's why it's hard to argue with people. I don't want to say who are younger, but just who weren't around for it, because they're like when we say that, like, nah, he was an activist, he was this, he was that, and they're like, no, he wasn't. It's just there was just a problem. Okay, he got really mad at some guys, and he talked about it.
He got shot and he got real mad.
He got shot and he went to jail, and there was just a period of time where he just was he wasn't himself. Okay. So.
I mean, you kind of understand where Pac come from, though, even though I don't believe Biggie had anything to do with that. But think about if you invited me to your house, Stacey, and I call you, I'm like, I'm in the parking lot, and somebody robs me right in your parking lot right after I call you, tell you I'm on my way up, and I'm at your crib, and this is you. I mean, you're bigger. You're the block captain for the apartment complex. You know everything going on in the neighborhood. Watch all that. And be like, Stacey, who got me? I don't even know, for real. What? You don't know?
That's what I'm saying. So
you get where Pac is like, are you serious? You don't know. I'm coming to see you. It's your place.
And don't nobody know nothing.
And then
nobody know nothing.
And don't nobody know nothing.
No, then the crazy part is he dropped a song called "Who Shot You."
Oh, that and a lot of East Coast people try why would you do that, dog?
Yeah,
this is what I'm saying. So why would I not think it was you? And then to that point, so let's say that initially I didn't think you had anything to do with it, but over time I know that people were telling him like, hey, you know, and then who knows what the fuck Suge said, right? And
and he's an instigator,
still a whole instigator. So who knows what the fuck Suge said?
Wait a minute. Was that Source Awards after Pac? Yes, Pac was locked up at the Source.
Yes, the Source Awards after that. And he already he's talking about Puffy. He's like, Puffy got my boy shot too. Because Puffy, boy Wolf shot Suge Knight's best friend in Atlanta, which started this. So that's what he telling him in jail, Stacey. He shot my boy too. Puffy had my boy shot. So I already see what you're saying.
This is what I'm saying. Like, niggas be like, look, man, okay, look, this is what we can do, right? I'm gonna make this contract real quick. I want this little paper napkin. Sign this shit. Get you up out of here, okay? We're gonna drop out. And Pac was like, okay, I guess, and came out and immediately started recording again. So All Eyes on Me, remember, it's a double fucking album. So he had to do all that.
First rap double album, folks. The first rap double album.
They came out, and then so all of that music there, bam, right? So it's some good songs, it's some throwaways, it's all of that, blah blah blah. But then immediately after that, almost like immediately, the next album comes out. So it's like, where's all this coming from? Like he is in there boom, 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 boom. So it's like the question of, did he just really need to get all this off his chest? Is it that he was hurrying up trying to get out of that deal? He was trying to hurry up and get the albums out so that he wouldn't have to be on the deal anymore, because maybe he felt like whatever. But it was all I'll just say is that, yeah, Pac was a different person, absolutely, with that album. And that different person, I think, is because of that new persona. I don't want to say persona, but that the new Pac is the reason that he's not here.
And he had a chip on his shoulder, man.
Yeah, the West Coast Pac.
Yeah, West Coast Pac. Yeah. Or Death Row Pac is what the better way to put it. Death Row Pac.
Yeah, better Death Row, because he did grow up part of his West Coast. And
I'm saying, I'm like, when he was hanging with the underground, he was okay. I mean, he was always in trouble, but he was in trouble for cussing out the police.
Little silly shit.
like jaywalking and cussing the police out.
I mean, he did shoot like 3 Atlanta cops though and got away with it.
Well, if you're gonna bring up everything.
Hey, the idea of this is just the look. Pac's life was ridiculously wild to be 25 years old. 25 years, all this shit happening.
25, because again, at that point, so he died in September. He just turned 25 in June.
Yep.
I had just turned 25.
He just turned 25.
He just turned 25.
Think about it. He shot 3 cops, had sex with his best friend's wife, got shot one time, shot me 5 times. Real niggas don't die. 5 times in the elevator shaft. Went to jail for
became best friends with Mike Tyson.
I walked Mike Tyson out to the ring rapping, and that's in a 2-3 year period. They ain't even talking about him dancing for Digital Underground. That's not talking about him in the Jada saga. That's not talking about him and
hey, they ain't talking about Juice.
Juice. None of that. 25. He lived 40 lives in 25 years. And that's why he's so much revered, man. The youngsters know.
He did. All of those things happened. We don't it's I think people are like, oh, like y'all just love Pac. Like, you weren't there. And it's like, and it's not even like you weren't there. Look it up.
Yeah.
Just look it up.
Like how everybody loving Drake, they was loving Pac.
Look it.
Hey, this cool ass Scott from the I Love 90s Music Podcast. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like it. On the SOLC Network, you finna get all the real deal on the 90s, the 2000s, and the splash of that 80s. Do it right now, man, and I'll be your friend.